Alright, how's it going, everyone? Got the other playoff game here tonight. And it'll be the Wizard of Balls versus Good Gravy Boat. Got the other game right now with Creo Koalas and Roller Bears happening on the Bob 18. But we'll have a good matchup here tonight as well. Got two pretty even teams here. They're just one overtime win away from having the same record. And these teams have also met in the past, so we'll take a look at that in a bit. But it's definitely some teams that we've seen before, so it should be a good matchup to watch. Should have the pick bands in soon as well. Couldn't stream them because I didn't have the sheet set up, unfortunately. Alright, so while we wait for the pick bands to come in here, we'll take a look at some of the storylines coming into tonight. Like I said, we've got Wizard of Balls coming in at 4th place in the regular season with a record of 6-1, 0-7. And in their last 2 weeks, they were 0-4 after a really resurgent weeks 3 through 5. You see there, they didn't have a loss during that time span. So should be kind of a tale of two teams just on the side of the Wizard of Balls that we could see. It'll be interesting to see which one shows up tonight. And the same could be said as well for RB Bear, as we've not seen him since the first game of week 6. He had played in that first half and then for some reason sat himself, either due to lag or whatever else, but he wasn't playing last week as well, so should be interesting to see if he does play tonight. They had subbed in Water Wheel for him previously. I believe it was Water Wheel, actually. Can't remember though. And then on the other side with Good Gravy Boat, we've got Pulpo teaming up with Goober on offense as usual, and he put up an impressive 46 caps this season in what I believe is his rookie season. I know he had been around the MLTP circles in the preseason with the OK Then Invitational, so I can't remember if he had any majors minutes previously, but nonetheless an impressive second place in caps. And as I mentioned previously, these two teams did meet in the regular season, and Good Gravy Boat able to come away with the sweep that week. The maps, talking about pick bands, the maps that they played were Russian and Transilio, so it should be interesting to see what ends up coming for the maps tonight. Alright, so you've got the 3 maps right here that just came in. You got Emerald, Jardum, and Pilot. So noticeably none of the maps that we saw in week 6. Alright, so we are good to go here. Again, the first map will be Emerald. Some a couple fast-paced maps, and then should we need a game 3, we'll slow it down a little bit. Alright, so again we'll have the combination of Gasol and DT on offense, with Goober having a quick grab out for good Graveboat. Just has to get around the defense there for Wizard of Balls, which he does. Just able to squeeze out the boost. And we are in fact seeing RB Bear back in for Wizard of Balls for the first time in a little while. Gasol now with a good chance for Wizard of Balls. Bjork will be able to take the boost to catch up, but a Flaccid in base for good Graveboat. Gasol just has to get the blocks. Frothy just gets a return in time, and Wizard of Balls are quickly able to tie it back up. Ooh, DT trying to do a little weaving there. Maybe not as close as it looked. Yeah, with the last couple times that we streamed Wizard of Balls, after a little while it did seem like DT and Gasol ran into a bit of Flaccid trouble, so we'll have to see if that proves to be an issue again. DT with a great bomb there to save the cap for Wizard of Balls there as well. Gasol with a good gate here to stay alive and keep the chance of a contain possible for Wizard of Balls, which he gets. Gasol with a good grab here off the bomb. Wayne with an equally good bomb though to get the return. Goober now with a chance. Still 3 to beat though. he's gonna have a path right in as Wizard Balls go for pups, and somehow that was a kiss. It looked like Goober had the gate on that was Gasol, but close one anyways. DT aggressively goes for the gate. Frothy's gonna have to play big here to get this reset, and he's not able to do so, so Goober's gonna end up taking advantage, but he will be gated. Good gravy boat on the offensive here though now. And Spherical with a nice boost. Good gravy boat, can't quite get the return, and it'll end up being a kiss. Now with the chance though is Pulpo. Again, still 3 to beat though. And he's going to be able to wrap around. RB Bear is there for the grab off though and delayed Pulpo long enough. So we'll see if power-ups can break this little stalemate that's kind of developed over the past couple minutes. And a single Juice will go to RB Bear. Goober is going to be out with the flag for a good gravy boat. And he'll end up kissing, giving the flag to Pulpo, who will then be out past 2. RB Bear has an out as well though with the Juice. Should be out any second here. And RB Bear looks to be in danger of getting returned. Goober had the anti on DT, but Gasol ends up boosting back for the return. I don't know what Goober, or rather Pulpo, was waiting for there. So DT is going to end up gated here. Gasol going to have to wait around a little bit for his teammate. And we've got another round of pups coming up as well. It's like an even fight, something you don't always see. And power up will go to each team here. Spherical with a quick return. So it looks like power ups will be kept on defense or used unwisely for both teams, and not much comes of them. Still knotted up at 1 piece, and an even count in power-ups as well. Pulpo with a good move to get a little separation, but RB Bear is there for the gate. DT is able to snag the boost from the bottom. He does have the blocks, and there's the second cap for Wizard of Balls. They're able to take the lead. Gasol now with a good chance as well. He's passed a couple. But Wayne should be there for the return, but instead Gasol is able to work his way under him. Pulpo baits out the spike from Frothy, and the 2v2 blocks just need to get set up, and they will. Wizard Balls are able to make it too. Let's see if Pulpo can get this reset. He cannot, so DT will be past a couple. Doesn't end up picking up the power up, but still past 2. And Pulpo is going to peel off for the tag pro. Good Gravy Boat are going to want to make something of these power ups if they want it to be worth it, as they did give up a cap for them. Pulpo getting a little separated from Spork, and that's going to be a return. Now Goober's going to be out past a couple here. And Spork gets the gate, so this should be a cap just barely as RB Bear was working his way towards the flag. Pulpo just needs the bomb, but they get the gate instead on, I think that, yeah, Gasol. So, good grave will pull within 1. So we get another power battle here. It looks like Wizard of Balls are in position to win this bottom one. And they will need a tag pro to even out Wayne's, who ends up spiking himself, so he'll be back on defense. Gasol ends up grabbing, so DT should be out here past a couple. Goober is out as well though. Gonna have the gate on RB Bear, who has to peel back, but he will be returned, and now some tags happening in base for Wizard of Balls, but Wayne was separated enough to get the return. RB Bear with a good chance. He was past a few, but good Gravy Boat are able to catch up. Pulpo with a good aggressive read. So a tight one here to start off this Emerald game. DT with a good rub grab and a good bait on the opposite gate. Saw looking for that block, but not quite going to get it. DT will hold it around for pups. Is able to squeeze out a rolling, so this is looking pretty good for Wizard of Balls if they can make it work, and DT is able to use his rolling bomb effectively. Spherical with the only power up remaining here. And doesn't look like anything's going to come of it. Alright, so both fly carriers out here. Popo quicker to the base, but nothing really reset here. Both teams with the anti. Looks like Popo will be the first to get returned. DT not quite going to be past Bjork though. Makes a good read. Wizard Balls get in position here to win out this bottom pup. So Juice again going to each team. And again it will, for the time, be both on defense, but Wayne makes the aggressive move to take it offense. Trying to work on the other Juice from DT, but is able to take that corner well and shake off DT. That bottom power up is also getting later and later, so could have an impact as the final seconds wind down of this first half. It's all going to be returned now, so a chance for Good Gravy Boat. Stroke's still going to do something with his bomb. Still 3 Wizards of Balls ahead for blue team. DT is able to gate, I think that was Wayne. Arby Bear might have a chance here. He's going to have to stay alive as Goober was returned for Cat for a moment. He should be returned here though. DT trying to preserve that rolling bomb, but not going to happen. Wizard Balls kind of threatening here, but Wayne was able to use the bomb effectively to get Spork out. And now a good bomb in the Good Gravy Boat base. Isn't quite enough though to prevent Frothy from getting the grab. He will be returned though. So just a lot of back and forth regrab trains here. And it looks like a kiss might favor Good Gravy Boat here as they've got the numbers in base. But Wizard of Balls are able to catch up in time for the return. So barring any miracles, a nice out from Arby Bear will result in a kept flag for both teams. Alright, so we are good to go here for the next half. Wizard Ball is trying to preserve this lead. We'll also look to try and get some listen-ins here if I can remember to. Pulpo might be out here? No. It doesn't have an angle on Frothy, but something to watch certainly in this half is how they are able to work off each other, Pulpo and Goober, because certainly one of the better tandems in the league and you know, blocking for each other and creating opportunities that really wouldn't otherwise be there. Alright, so DT now out with some space on the handoff, but isn't able to make it work. Now Wayne with a good chance to be past a few, just has to get past DT, and he will be. And Wizard Balls, or rather Good Gravy Boat, are able to pull it back within one. Now 2 rolling bombs are the power-ups, and both will be quickly defused. Harpy Bear with a good chance to counter this cap. Spork is able to hold long enough though. Spork's gonna have to hold a little bit longer and just avoids the gate from DT. Has some work to do here though, as DT making some good chase, and he will track down Spork. So now Wizard Balls with the numbers in base, but they have to fortunately leave, and Goober's coming around with the blocks, but not quite going to be there. So now Wizard Balls should be out past a few here, and Wayne is going to get blocked out. So Wizard Balls are able to bring their lead back to 2. Alright, so Wizard Balls are able to tack on another one here. I think I'm going to look to get a listen in with them.
He's top. He's top.
Around the bend. It's a cap.
Oh my god,
yeah, let's go.
From top.
We're good.
Base.
He's dead. He's dead. Holy.
Bottom.
Fuck, bottom.
I'm blocked.
Boosting.
I'm very blocked.
Oh, he fucked
Nice.
it.
Nice.
We're up past.
No, there was no angle.
Yeah.
Pups. They're gonna get
Pops.
bot.
Oh, fuck. I
Let's
can't
just
make
get
it for top. I
Yeah.
can't.
We're here. Nice.
I got top 2.
Just go up.
Oh. Arby's
Yeah,
got a
roll
grab.
it.
He's
I'm on
past
top.
1, past 2, past 3 maybe?
Coming top. Full top.
Top
It's
straight,
top.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's
3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Alright, so you saw some good team play there. They were close to giving up that cap. I believe that was to Spjork, but good recovery, and they're able to put another one on the board. So extending the lead now up to 5 are Wizard of Balls. And so let's prevent another one, and Frothy does get the boost. So RB Bear with a chance to cap here. He's going to maybe hold a little too longer. He had Wayne in his sights, and knew that he wasn't going to get returned quite yet, but elected to try for the return for cap anyways. So now Popo is able to work his way around 1. And the return does happen in base for Good Gravy Boat, so does another one, but DT's there for the return. Wisely elects not to grab, and his defense is able to get reset in base. And now gets around with some monster blocks from Frothy. And now DT is coming in with the flag. Just has to get the 2v2 block set up, but one too many in base. So can't quite take it in yet. Is able to work his way past the gate now, and Sphirical's gonna have to take this aggressively, and he does get the return. Big opportunity lost there from Wizard of Balls. That would have been a nice play. So now Spherical looking for an out pass 3 of his own, but Pulpo ends up boosting Gasol into the return. Pulpo with a nice move around the spike, but Frothy is there for the return. DT trying to get some room from Spherical, and now Gasol with the flag, but can't quite get out past the defense either. So yeah, I would say so far the offense for Good Gravy Boat struggling a little bit so far. It's not as fluid as we've seen from them in the past. Puts a little more pressure on their defense to avoid letting them out pretty much at all costs, and they haven't been able to keep up with that. DT trying to work his way with the bomb, but not going to work, so Goober is able to bring it in for the cap. And still plenty of time for Good Gravy Boat to try and get something going. Goober able to work his way around the defense, so taking it in and takes a good straight boost in, and Good Gravy Boat are now within 3. Got power-ups coming up here again as well. Wizard Ball is looking to get a little insurance, while Good Gravy Boat are looking to continue this comeback. And the Tag Pro might help just that. DT with the power-up of his own though, and should be able to hold long enough to avoid the return. Although Goober makes a nice play with the bomb and the boost combo, so Popo is able to use that and the power up to bring in the cap. Frothy able to stave off another one though. Alright, so DT out with the flag now. Stroke and Wayne are there for the catch up though. DT trying the other side, but Sprook's there for the return. And a nice double gets Good Gravy Boat reset here. Good Gravy Boat get themselves in position to win the top up, and Sprook might be able to win this bottom pup. Wayne's going to be there for the help. So now 2 power-ups for Good Gravy Boat, and they'll send 3 on offense. But they should be out with the lead here. And this is looking good for Good Gravy Boat to get within 1. And they are able to do that. DT catching up, but not quite in time. So just a minute to go here, and Good Gravy Boat have brought themselves back in it. So now Gasol looking to give themselves some insurance, has to work his way back and gives Bjork some time for the return. DT, you should be content here to just hold off Good Gravy Boat as they are still up by 1. Possibly get a last second cap and put them away. And now some returns of base for Wizard of Balls. And DT is ending up bringing the flag back to base, but it'll still be past 3. Goober's going to have to do some holding of his own rather, as Wayne is able to get the return. Gasol out now for Wizard of Balls. And they did have 2 tag pros this whole time, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get much use out of them. So Gasol holding long enough here. Just has to keep the flag, but now Spherical's coming in, and he does have something of 2v2 blocks here. But DT is there for the return, but now 2 returns to base for for Good Gravy Boat. Popo is coming in with the flag, and he's going to be able to tie it up in the last few seconds. We'll go into overtime here in this first half. Alright, so we've got Popo with a quick grab here for Good Gravy Boat. DT is able to make the aggressive read on OD. Now Argyver with a good chance to counter here, but Gasol's left alone on defense. And Spherical will easily be able to get out with the flag. Good chance for Good Gravy Boat here to get a regrab train set up early. And now Wayne with some space to go bot. But Argyver is going to do a good job cutting that off, and he'll be right in position for the return. Now Gasol with a good chance. It's going back and forth here early in this first overtime. And might have had the return, but didn't end up trusting Argyver, and Goober makes a great bomb to kill the flag carrier, and he will counter cap very easily. Doesn't end up needing the rolling bomb that he picks up. Trying my best here. Actually, I'm gonna have to change some stuff around real quick. So apologize if I miss any caps. Alright, so I've heard lots of grabs, but I was just going to say no caps, but Good Gravy Boat are able to extend their lead now to 2. Alright, so let's still do a quick listen-in with Good Gravy Boat here. Once they get back settled on offense to see how they are dealing with this lead. Like they closed off the channel. So we'll get that sorted out for next half. But as time winding down here, Gasol does have the tag throw to work with to try and get Wizard of Balls on the board here. He does, however, quickly grab with it, but is taking in with the flag nonetheless. Gonna be returned though before he can work around the blocks for the cat. Still though with chances, DT as he now has his defense set in base. Maybe waits a little too long for Good Gravy Boat to be able to catch up with him, and Wayne is there to pressure him into base. Now Pubble with a good bounce grab to get out. And a chance here, but Wayne just gets blocked off from the return. That was dangerous there for Wizard of Balls. Alright, we are almost ready to go here for this final overtime half, or what should be anyways. Alright, we should be good to go here. Alright, so Wizard of Balls looking to grab a couple caps here early. But just as I say that, Pulpo's going to have the first out for a good gravy boat. DT elects not to get aggressive on the OD, but instead gets close to flag, and they're able to get the return. A lot of grabs here from Wizard of Balls, clearly trying to keep up the pressure early. But definitely going to have to play a little bit smarter than having their whole team grab, as they were luckily able to keep the flag in base. Saw with some good holding to avoid the boost. And RB now with a chance to set up a tag pro lead here. Saul's going to get split from him though, and Pablo's going to be out with the flag now. Dangerous situation for Wizard of Balls here, as Gasol's still back in the good gravy boat base. Now Pulpo not going to be returned, as RB can't quite take the angle aggressively enough. Gasol doing some good holding to keep this chance alive here for Wizard of Balls, but just as I say that, Spherical makes a nice snipe. And Pulpo is still alive with the flag, but Frothy makes a good read. RB with a good out for Wizard of Balls, and now DT will have the anti. And Wayne should be returned any second here. Pulpo gonna be out with the flag though for a good gravy boat. And we've got power-ups coming up as well. And now Pulpo with a good chance, but Gasol was still ahead. DT again, another tag pro though for Wizard of Balls. You're gonna have to use this a bit better than they've been. But instead, DT is gonna end up on regrab-ish. And he will be sent off. But still nothing doing for his flag carrier, unfortunately, and the tag pro runs out. Time winding down now for Wizard of Balls. They're trying to work this flag in here though. Frothy can't quite spawn in time, and now Wayne's past 3. Gasol's gonna have to stay alive, which he does. He is able to kiss, but now this is looking good for good gravy boat if they can get out with the flag. And Wizard of Balls just able to get the contain. So now Pulpo able to get out with some distraction from Goober on the bomb, but ends up spiking himself. DT again winning a tag pro out for Wizard of Balls. And time winding down, they're going to need to make this a cap if they want to stay in it. Just as I say that though, Wayne's able to get out. Can't quite take the boost, but I think that was Spherical. No, Pulpo was there for the sacrifice. And good gravy boat extend their lead here late in the game. Ooh, Goober just gets the double gate. I thought RB Bear was going to escape it, but good gravy boat might have just put the dagger in. Got just under a minute to go here. Wizard of Balls are going to need some pretty constant caps if they're going to want to come away with this. And Goober makes a great aggressive OD play. TT is going to have to forego that rolling bomb to just get out with the flag. And Goober got to be able to hold long enough for Wayne to get some space on the handoff. DT still with a chance here, but time really starting to wind down for them now. And Spherical will lock it down for what should be a game 1 win for Goop Gravy Boat, and Popo will make it so. So a big change of events here as Good Gravy Boat were looking to be down late in the first half, or they were down rather, but possibly, or very convincingly so. But Good Gravy Boat comes storming back and are able to pull this one away. Alright, so we're ready to go here with the next half, which will be Jardum, another quick and exciting map. So we'll have to see what this comeback ability of Good Gravy Boat means for both their performance and for Wizard of Balls in this game. Sorry about that. Alright, so DT with a quick grab here, not really past much of anyone though, and Bubbles going to take out his boost, but Spherical was there for the return. Avasol trying to quickly work it in around the corner and not going to be so. Now Wayne with a good grab off the handoff here, but DT also gets the out. And RB Bear with some quick anti, so Wayne's going to have to pull some moves, but DT is pushed off of the flag. Because here it could mean a good reset for Wizard of Balls, but no, Popo uses a good block from Goobers, so it's a chance for a Good Gravy Boat. Just gets around DT, but more Wizard of Balls in base are able to get the return. Goober baits out the boost from RB Bear, couldn't quite take the rebound one. But Frothy able to get out for Wizard of Balls. Popo with a quick return though. Sproke has the anti, but DT is there for the earlier return. Gonna change some things around real quick. So Gravy Boat able to take the early lead here. Just watching back to see how they got it. Oh boy. My monitor is way far behind. Let's pull here with the flag. Gonna be boosted into the regrab though for Wizard Balls. TT trying to get aggressive with this Juke Juice. He does have a Juke Juice blocking as well, but both are gonna run out.
Sorry.
Pops, don't grab.
Yeah.
I'll go left. Left's 59. Watch the bomb. Oh, I got it. Just hold it. Nice.
That's
58,
you.
58.
I got tagged.
You can grab.
They
You
could
can
be
grab.
out though.
No. I'm out.
Green red.
Come off, Ray. Come off, Ray.
I think
He's
that's
trapped.
all.
Holy.
Reset.
Oh! Are you fucking kidding me?
Hit it.
That is so unlucky.
Yeah. Nice. Bomb's up also. Just take the bomb.
Oh, I had
Sorry,
it.
my bad. I thought you were going bomb. I'm left.
Nice. Coming in hot.
Oh, left. Spawn.
He's out right.
He's out.
I'll get anti.
No, I'm ahead.
Someone get
Now
I'm
he's
gonna
reset.
die. I'm gonna die.
I'm ahead.
Get inside.
Kick a kiss. I'm playing anti. Oh, no. He had the bump grab. Nice, RB. Top.
He's out.
Obviously coming off of that game 1 loss, they're certainly not going to have the highest of spirits. But definitely going to be a key for them early in this first half to get something going. Gasol's going to do just that with a great block and a great move around those blocks to get Wizard of Balls on the board here. It makes a nice move on D2 with the corner, but still going to be returned. Now Pobo with a good chance to be out past 3 here. Ariba is going to have to take a little bit longer of a route, and he'll be able to hold long enough. Good Gravy Boat still in good position to get reset, and Ariba is able to keep the reset for the part of Wizard of Balls. But yeah, a cap like that from Gasol is just what Wizard of Balls need right now if they want to get themselves back in the game and get a little more momentum going in the channel. Power up will go to each team here. Wizard of Balls in good position with the lead. Type Pro lead, that is. Probably is going to have to peel off for the return though to use the Tag Pro. And DT can't quite convert on the cap just yet. Is pushed towards the red team tiles though. Wizard of Ball, good Gravy Boat, we're threatening here. Popo again out with the flag just as Wizard of Balls are looking to counter. Seems like they haven't really been able to stay reset when they've needed to. Ooh, Gasol had the boost route. Frothy had the return on the other end, but not quite able to make it so. Frothy just in position for the return. Alright, so gravy boats tacking on a couple here. Will be more important than ever for Wizard of Balls to get a reset here. And RB Bear will look to do just that. Alright, so 2 power-ups again for Wizard of Balls here. It's been a bit of a storyline so far for them tonight of how well or not they've been able to use them. But here, Gasol gets some good tags to help DT get out of base. And he will be past a couple here. Takes it aggressively though, right to where Wayne was. Frothy able to keep a solo reset though. Gasol has the boost straight into base, straight into the flag. Takes the long way around and gonna have to wait for some more returns. And Wayne will end up getting bombed into the return. As good a chance as ever for Wizard of Balls there, but nothing doing. We do have a regrab train set up here. But just as I say that, he's going to be returned, and DT temporarily was the last one ahead. Some good blocks for a good gravy boat, but RB Bear is there for the return. Some more ill-advised grabs here, but a good block from Frothy should get him the cap, and it will be. Wizard of Balls are able to make something out of nothing there. So now DT looking for some help from his defense, as there are 3 to beat. Again, just a little too aggressive, although nothing really else he could do there. Gasol able to work his way into base, has to again take a detour, and not quite able to juke Spjork. So good gravy, but we'll have the reset for the time being, as will Wizard of Balls. The boost straight in, defended well by Good Gravy Boat. A huge block from Wayne gets Good Gravy Boat back up by 2. Good team play there from both pairings of Good Gravy Boat. Frothy now with a good chance to counter though. Doesn't quite have the angle on Spjork yet, and he won't get it. But DT gets the boost, and Gasol ended up getting the bomb. I think Goober took it a little bit too aggressively. And so Wizard of Balls pulled back within 1 here. As the second swan down. Pulpo is out. That would have been a cap, but doesn't quite have the time. Alright, so we're going to go here with the next half. it'll be Wizard Balls on red trying to extend their season here. After Good Gravy Boat made a resounding comeback in game 1. Frothy with a good chance here to be past the couple, gets the boost spawn, and gets around Spjork, but Goober not being chased currently by anyone. Now Goober with a good chance here. Spjork just misses the return. That would have been good for a Good Gravy Boat to get off to another hot start, but instead DT makes a nice wraparound, and Wizard Balls are able to tie it back up and might be able to tack on another one, and Arbybear just sneaks it in. And now they're really trying to pile it on here. Gasol's going to be able to wrap it around, and a quick 3-cap opening for Wizard of Balls gets them in the lead. Pulpo looking to counter, but Wizard of Balls are there for the return. Goober with a good chance now to be out past a couple. Has to take the long way around, but Wizard of Balls were going for power-ups. Arbybear makes a good decision not to grab, but Goober is somehow going to stay alive. And gets around DT. DT just barely recovers though. That would have been a crazy highlight play. So now Frothy with the flag for Wizard of Balls, trying to bait out Spjork from ahead of him, but nothing doing. So a really hot start, certainly something that Wizard of Balls have been missing thus far tonight. They've had leads, but nothing quite so dominant in a certain span of time. DT is now going to get the boost, but had to take it right into the Good Gravy Boat OD. Wayne makes a great snipe from downtown to keep the flag reset for Good Gravy Boat, just as power-ups are coming up here. So Gasol will have a tag pro spawning here, but Wayne is going to get out with the flag. So DT's going to try to have to stay alive, but instead he will still be past 2. And Arbybear gets the return with the bomb, or that might have been Gasol. But Goober I keep wanting to say Goober Bear. Goober is going to be able to get the timely return from his defense and wrap it around for the cap. So Good Gravy Boat still right in it. And looking to make it more, just have to block Frothy, but just able to work it off for the return. Now Gasol's going to almost get the block on Spjork, but he too will just get a pixel perfect return. Now Gasol should be out with the flag, and he will be quickly returned. Goober with the best chance here in a little, but Arbybear again is able to get the return. Gasol with a good chance, he's past a few. Arbybear is going to get the block on Spjork, and Gasol gets the cap for Wizard of Balls. Frothy looking to make it more here, going to have to patiently see what lane's open for him on the boost, but Wayne is able to close it off. Hobo just narrowly avoids killing his flag carrier, who will then have to take the kiss despite the Juke Juice. But this is a good chance for Good Gravy Boats, as Pobo brings in for another cap for Good Gravy Boats. Things are back and forth here on this Savage Artem, or what should be the last half. So looking to make something happen here with another grab. Just avoids getting bombed. And now Pobo in danger of getting contained here, and he will be. Arbybear is off fighting for the power up though, so nothing really doing in terms of a reset for Wizard of Balls. Goober's now going to sneak out a tag pro from Arbybear. And Gasol's going to end up running right into the tag pro, so this is looking good for Good Gravy Boat. Goober just can't quite get the return though. And DT sneaks away with his life. Still a chance for Good Gravy Boat here, as Gasol now going to have to be the one to stay alive, and he will not be able to do so. So despite some nice plays from Wizard of Balls, Good Gravy Boat will bring in the tying cap, thanks to help from some power-ups. Wayne tries to make a nice snipe, or rather a nice boost through the defense, but Wizard of Balls are there for the read. Things are looking close to a reset though for Good Gravy Boat, at least they were before Hardy's able to get out with the flag. He does have to take it back into the good gravy boat base though, and Gasol's off getting the power up. DT gets some space with the grab though, and he should stay alive long enough to stave off the cap. Wayne with something of a chance here with Frothy. Well, instead get the cap for Wizard of Balls. As Frothy had the good anti and not necessarily the best OD from Good Gravy Boat. Just misread the boost from Frothy. Gasol looking to make it more now. He will instead have to back off and Spherical there for the return. Just as power-ups come up here, Wizard Balls are able to keep the flag in base for the time being. But Good Gravy Boat are able to win out one power-up. This left power-up is fairly delayed. And the Wizard Balls defense is able to keep it in base when it matters. Now DT should be out with the flag. Wayne might be able to boost ahead. It's Goober for the return. Now Gasol getting aggressive with the Juke Juice. Has to back off for the time being, waiting for the blocks to develop. Looking fairly messy right now, and Good Gravy Boat are able to flood the base. Wayne ends up getting bombed back though, and this should be an easy cap for Gasol, and it will be. Wizard of Balls pulled back pulled ahead with 2 again. Gasol just stays alive long enough for his defense to get the return. So had a chance there. Wayne out with the flag now. Ooh, Gasol almost tries to get around Goober, but can't quite do it. Again, this left power up fairly delayed, so no one will quite be going for it yet. And it will be delayed again as Popo picks up a Juke Juice late. DT out with the flag now. Popo should be able to hold long enough, but he's in position to get contained here, and he will be. DT not quite able to pull it in for the cap quite yet. We will get some anti from Ardbear, and Spjork gets a little too aggressive, so he'll be returned as well. Wizard of Balls threatening here. Frothy elects to go for the 2v1 rather than push out against Wayne, but still with the flag in base. Wayne gets a fortunate boost spawn, so he will be out, and the return for cap here, but instead he'll be bombed. And now it's Gasol with a good chance, takes the boost around and gets the blocks, and Wizard of Balls putting up all the caps that they need to this half to keep their season alive. Frothy with another chance for a return for cap, and Pobo is coming off regrab here. Frothy not going to get returned, and Goober's going to have to avoid getting double taps, which he does. Frothy somehow still alive, and was getting close to bringing it in for the cap. Both teams with good chances here, and Goober's still with a good chance as his flag will be reset in base, but Gasol in the right position to stave off the cap. Gasol coming in with the flag now, trying to put things away for Wizard of Balls, as their defense has really stepped it up this half and been able to get the resets when they needed to. DT holding around now for Wizard of Balls. He will get the boost spawn, and that will be a cap for Wizard of Balls as the time of the turn happens on the other end. Spjork with a good chance here. DT can't quite get the Juke Juice to catch up to, I think that was Pulpo. Good Gravy Boat will have another return here. They might have had the cap if Wayne had elected to go for it. Gasol was off the flag tile. Nearly gave up the nub step there. RB Bear was really close to getting returned. but Wizard Balls nonetheless are able to pull away with it. Alright, we're ready to go here for the last half on Pilot. So after some exciting first two halves of Tag Pro, goes out with a whimper. Just kidding though. Never got why everyone hated Pilot. Yo.
3, 2, 1.
I don't really know what's coming up on this list right now. I think it's giving me the recommended shit now. There we go. Alright, so Gasol with the first grab here, but Wayne and Spherical there for the return. Now Pablo with a good chance. Gasol's going to try and pin him down with the bomb, and he does. DT trying to get some space on the other end, but won't happen. And now Goober out with the flag, but not ahead. Gasol able to work around the defense now, so he will have the first real out for either team. Gasol able to get his own though, or rather Goober will be. But he'll be quickly returned, as will Gasol on the other end. And both teams should keep holding here, but RB Bear ended up going for power up with the flag, so he'll be returned. And now 2 power-ups for Good Gravy Boat, and this is looking good for them. Frothy had the grab, but instead goes right back into the defense. And he had a boost to work with too. Goober with some space now, thanks to risky boost from DT, but No harm, no foul. Polo can't quite get past RB Bear, so both teams should be reset here. Sorry about that, just had to get the cool thing set up here. Oh. The colors are wrong here. Who capped? Fuck, I hope that was, where's the balls? I never even realized the scoreboard was wrong. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that was, it's Good Gravy Boat with the lead here. God, I wonder how mixed up it was this whole time. Hope it wasn't the whole night. Wizard Balls with a good chance here, but they won't be able to capitalize here. But Saul now will be out past a couple, and RB Bear had the reset momentarily, but ends up getting bombed away with the rolling bomb. It's right back there for the return though, and now has a chance for a block. Gasol just barely stays alive, but has to backtrack a little bit too much. And Good Gravy Boat are able to catch up for the return. And they are still within, they are still up by one, not Wizard of Balls. Alright, so power-up's coming up here. And we'll have a single type of each pup come up. Two go to Wizard of Balls, but the one Juke Juice will remain in play. So just having to hold here as Good Gravy Boat are able to pick up a tag pro, which will run out. Saul will be returned, although the flag wasn't based. But now Wayne has a chance to be passed too as Bjork pushes Gasol into the boost. DT making some nice moves, and he will get the kiss. So Gasol should have the reset. RB Bear not threatening to be out here. Alright, so two power-ups going to Wizard Balls here. I think that was Pulpo. No, Spjork tried to get the boost straight under the spike. Gasol on the other end will be there for the return on Goober. And Wizard Balls are able to maintain the reset as our Good Gravy Boat. Not a whole lot of chances here like we thought to start off. As again, Good Gravy Boat are the ones in the lead rather than Wizard of Balls. I can just switch that, I believe. No, I don't think I can actually. Fuck. So Sport does get the boost under the spikes, and Gasol not quite going to be able to hold long enough. So Good Gravy Boat to extend their lead to 2. And looking to make it more is Goober now with a Typro lead. Some power-ups on offense though for Wizard of Balls should be able to get them out. And Frothy's going to be able to get his own return, and Wizard of Balls are able to get themselves on the board. So both teams holding around here, and again 2 of the 3 power-ups going to Wizard of Balls. They should be able to get out with some help from the Typro here. Spherical makes a good play, but DT not quite going to be able to get out past the boost. But good play there to avoid the play on the Typro. We're going to get bombed back by Arby, who is aggressively then going back for the return. Can't quite get to Wayne before he gets to the boost, and now some awkward bombing in the middle means Wayne is going to tag on another cat for a Good Gravy Boat, who are now up by 3. And looking to make it more is Pulpo. He's out past 3, and Frothy ends up having to make the read top. I don't know if he got the comms that Pulpo was going top, but either way, Good Gravy Boat are able to extend their lead now to 3. DT is going to try to hold long enough here to get some help from the Typro, and Frothy's going to have to double up on the Typro to avoid letting Good Gravy Boat get the power up. And now, despite having 2 Typros here, things not really getting set up in time for Wizard of Balls yet. And Spiroc's going to be able to hold long enough for Pulpo and Wayne to catch up. Still though, with the chances DT, and they do finally get the block on Pulpo, so Wizard of Balls now are able to come back within 2. And despite, or unless we get any last second hero, that's where we will stand.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh, Goober tries to get the buddy bomb from Sport, but didn't have the angle or the time. Alright, so this is what the score should be here. Let me just double check that I'm going to get the scoreboard right. Alright, so we're ready to go here with the last half. Or again, what hopefully should be the last half. Alright, everything looks to be in order here. So we've got Good Gravy Boat up by 4. And we are ready to play.
2, 1.
See, Gasol tried to get the popular bomb grab, and DT gets in good position to get the handoff. Wayne still has the boost though, and DT is going to have to work his way back. Tries to take the time around to get the top boost spawn rather. Might have had the out past Spherical up top. Still with some space to work with. Spherical doing a good job now of staying ahead. DT gets the top bomb spawn. Pulbo is not boosting towards him yet, but will do so and is there for the return. Got power-ups coming up soon. Both teams probably having that on their minds, but Gasol is going to avoid that for now. Had the lane again above Spherical, but doesn't elect to take it. So we're still knotted up at 0. And Gasol doesn't take the bomb, and DT gets doesn't take the boost, right? So some miscues there from Wizard of Balls, and now we see one from Good Gravy Boat as Goober deflects his teammate into the spike. Goober with a good chance to be past a couple here. Frothy's going to make the smart play to stay ahead, but Goober takes a good bomb path. He's looking for the 2v2 blocks, and he will get a good team play there from Good Gravy Boat, and aptly named as Goober gets a strategic delay in. And his team is now up by 4. We will have both teams be reset. Let me try again for
Hit it.
Oh, what? We're
You
okay.
got it. Nice. Oh, be careful. Got him.
Oh, who bombed?
Can you block or something? Yeah, thanks.
He's
Yeah.
boosting.
He's gonna be tied. He's low.
He's gonna get bombed.
Last 2.
Yeah, you can't die. 3.
I'm playing,
2.
or
We're
I'm going R pup, I guess.
Nice RV.
I got rolling.
Nice.
Is mid up? There it
It
is.
is now.
Just take it. Nice. Play
Give me
anti.
a second. Give me a second. To...
Oh, they have a reset. Or not. Maybe not. Oh,
I'm
we're
dead.
dead. Down 4. We got a lot of time though, guys.
Yeah, let's take our
We
time.
just need pups.
Alright, so you see there the good mindset from Wizard of Balls, despite being down by 4, to recognize the clock and see that they do still have a lot of time. They just need to get a little more consistency going on offense here, and you know, time is definitely in their favor if they can use it right. Popo somehow still staying alive with these bombs. And looking for the route past DT. Frothy is off getting the pup, so now 2v2 blocks in base. But Frothy is able to catch back up and will look to have this grab with a rolling bomb, but instead gets boosted out. And Wayne is there for the rebound return, so now Good Gravy Boat are up by 5. RB Bear trying to throw this block against 3 for Gasol, but can't quite make anything of it. And now Spherical gets a little help from Goober, but still doesn't have the angle on Gasol, who will get the grab out. And he will now be past 3 if Good Gravy Boat can get this return. Or rather, if Wizard of Balls can. Spherical makes a nice split, still not past though. But instead will get the the cap, as he had the angle with the boost. Bit of a bad contain there on the part of the Wizard of Balls OD. DT tried to use that bomb to be able to get the power up, but Pulpo was able to work it out nicely. This is a good chance though for Wizard of Balls. RB Gear gets the block, and Wizard of Balls are back within 5 here. Another good chance though for Good Gravy Boat as they have the power up advantage. But Gasol makes a nice play. Still though with the chances, Good Gravy Boat is able to get out past 2, and now Gasol's going to have to make some plays happen, and he is able to do just that as Wayne misses the snipe. Now Gasol has a chance to be past a few here, has to take this bomb effectively, but again he's twice now delayed it, and that time for his demise. And so just under the 4-minute mark here, and Wizard Balls now have some work to do. It's going to have to start with power-ups as Gasol is able to get the tag pro, and we'll try to combo the mid power-up with it. Frothy not quite able to preserve that rolling bomb, but he will have the tag pro to team up with. And Gasol gets the good callouts to get a kill here. They just need this block and they will get it. So still life on the part of the Wizard of Balls, and they are back within 4. But it's going to need to be that consistently over the course of the next 3:15. Ooh, DT can't quite take the boost past a couple, so Good Gravy Boat will now be reset with power-ups coming up. And Pulpo's taking advantage of the pups coming up to get a grab. And that pulls Wizard of Balls off their own power-up. Goober was able to win it. RB Bear can't, or not RB Bear, Gasol can't maintain the rolling before spiking, so now just the 2 juices for Good Gravy Boat in play. Wizard Balls still not able to get out with the flag here. Good Gravy Boat defense doing their jobs, just locking it down when they need to. And now Pulpo had some space to work with, but this gives Goober handoff with some space. And again, that's just keeping the Wizard Balls from grabbing even longer. Going to need some back-to-back caps here, with very little room for unsuccessful tries. They will get one here as they do have the tag pro. Again, they're going to have to keep working quickly. DT's now past 3, they just need to get the tag, but they will have the block, so now Wizard Balls are able to pull within 2 with just over 1.5 minutes to go here. Gasol does need to grab with the tag pro. Again, this is going to need to be capped. Kiss should be fine if they can get the reset, but they need to get the out here, and DT will have to backtrack. And Good Gravy Boat will be content to just put 3 on defense here. And very quickly, time is winding down for Wizard of Balls now. Just over a minute to go. Power-ups essential for Wizard of Balls here in this final round, as is the defense locking it down. They've been fairly solid in doing that in the past couple minutes. Gasol's going to take the free grab with power-ups coming up. Wayne gets spiked, and Wizard of Balls are able to pull within 1. DT has the grab now with the juice. Has the bombs to work with up top. Baits 1 bomb into the spike. 3v3 blocks now. And Gasol has to backtrack for this tag pro. It's going to get spiked. It's all up to DT right now. Has to make something happen with this juice, and it's going to run out. 3 to beat, and he will be contained. Gasol with the final chance for Wizard of Balls here. And he will be past 1. Wayne still with the tag pro, and that's picked up late. Gasol with a chance with the bomb, and they get the 2v2 blocks. They tie it up with 10 seconds left. Now DT with a chance, and he's past 2. 5 seconds left. Wayne does have the boost, and DT has to peel back long enough. Oh my god. Wayne almost had the return on DT as well, but Wizard of Balls comes storming back to tie this game up. Alrighty. You know it's good when I'm getting worked up here. Alright, so we're ready to go with overtime now. That's his messages. Alright, so I'm just gonna have to change a couple things here to get it out of the way. Alright, so both flag carriers out here. Gasol not quite going to be returned, and they have a chance now. Goober puts himself in position well, though. Can't quite get around RB Bear, though. And Wayne will not be out as well. Gets spawned back into Gasol. DT's still not out, though. He will now be, though. And they just have to wait for Gasol to spawn to get the 2v2 blocks, but he ends up going right for the power-up. So Popo will be able to get out. DT has a power of his own, though. Should be able to hold around here. And he's going to need to, as Good Gravy Boat has the tag pro in base. And now DT in danger of getting returned, just able to get around Wayne, though, and the contain. Gets Wayne to bomb down. Still, though, not enough bodies in base for Wizard of Balls, and DT will have to hold around again. And he's not going to be able to do so, and Popo gets the timely anti. And Good Gravy Boat are able to take the first lead here in overtime. Alright, so the power of advantage going to the team that time as a lasting power for each team. And Popo's going to be able to use his to get out. Wizard of Balls should be able to do the same. The power up lead gets away from DT, but he will not be returned in time just yet. But now he will be, and Frothy's going to have to pull a 2v1, which he will not be able to do. And Good Gravy Boat take the 2-cap lead. So Wizard of Ball is able to lock it down in base, as our Good Gravy Boat. Popo making some nice moves on the Wizard of Ball defense right into the spikes. Goober trying to get around the container Basal, but he won't be able to do so. Spherical just barely tags this Frothy. Spherical again taking advantage of some poor attack pro leads from Wizard of Balls. Well, not an easy one that time. Usually it's out in the midfield when attack pro leads really struggle on this map, but all night long Wizard of Balls have kind of struggled getting out of base with them. Arby Bear is going to get returned in time for Popo to bring in the cap. And Good Gravy Boat are now up by 3. DT looking to put a dent in that lead, but Goober's not quite going to be returned yet, and Spark's going to get bombed ahead. Goober's still alive, so DT's going to have to stay alive now. And Wizard Ball's not able to put things together here to start off this overtime. But DT will be able to get his own return, so now the lead is back down to 2 for Good Gravy Boat. Now Gasol looking to put on another one for Wizard of Balls. Gets himself a little room with the bomb. And had some returns at base, but Sproke is there. DT takes the boost around Wayne. Sproke is loose with the flag, but not passed, and he'll be returned. Things looking good again for Wizard of Balls, but Arby Bear ends up taking the boost out. So he's not there for the contain quite yet. But now they are again in position for the reset. Gasol has 1 to beat in the midfield. DT comes out to help for the block. Oh, but a bomb spawns and Gasol ends up spiking himself. So we will end this overtime with a 3-1 lead for Good Gravy Boat. Alright, so we're ready to go here with this second overtime. Again, Wizard of Balls find themselves down by 2 at the start of the overtime. But last time, able to put together the comeback in game 2, that is.
2, 1.
So we'll see if they're able to do it again and extend their season this time to the next week. DT trying to get this handoff, but Good Gravy Boat are able to start off the overtime with a double return. DT with aggressive boost in. Gasol now with a good chance to be past 3. Spheric's going to take the boost ahead. Gasol's going to have to slow down and he will be returned. Good play there from Good Gravy Boat to save a good chance from Wizard of Balls. Alright, so both teams keeping the reset here as power-ups are coming up. Wizard Balls should be in position to win their base pop, as are Good Gravy Boat. And DT wins the deciding rolling bomb for Wizard of Balls. See how they are able to use it to get out, and doesn't look like they will be able to at all. DT though still with some space and just trying to bait Wayne onto the boost, but he won't do it. I just realized the overtime thing is fucking wrong. That sucks. Alright, so Goober with the chance here. Has some room to work with now as he's baiting around the Wizard of Balls defense, and that's going to be a cap for Goober. Some nice moves in the base, and he puts his team up by 3. He will also get the return, so now Frothy's going to have to put something together with his Juice, and he will not be able to. Saul is there in time for the grab, but Spurk gets a timely return, and Good Gravy Boat now go up by 4. Wayne with another chance now, has 1v2 blocks to deal with though, and nothing will come of them. Pulp now trying to keep this free grab train alive for Good Gravy Boat, but he won't be able to do so. Alright, so 2 power-ups again going to Wizard of Balls, but Goober will have the out for Good Gravy Boat. DT trying to be kept alive by this Type Pro lead, and they will get the return. So Wizard of Balls pull now within 3. And some good returns at base. Gasol's still trying to do some work with his Type Pro, but not quite going to be able to take the aggressive boost. And does again grab by himself. And he will be returned. DT now. Still 2 to beat on the handoff. And he will be able to take the boost. Wayne now with the last effort bomb, and he will get the return. Lots of grabs on both sides. Not much coming from either of them. But as I said, that RB keeps himself alive a little bit longer. Now a lot more grabs happening again from Wizard of Balls just as power-ups are coming up. That puts Good Gravy Boat originally in position to win 2 of them, but DT is able to come back in time for the Tag Pro. And now let's see if they can take this slow enough to be able to get an effective out. They've struggled again and again with using their Tag Pros effectively, and nothing much they can do there, as really the mid section of the map is almost impossible to have a lead on. And now DT will not need a lead here, as he will be out past everyone and walk it in for the caps. 20 seconds to go though. Time one down before I even realized it, and now panic mode beyond set in for Wizard of Balls. And I don't think they have the time available to them. So Good Gravy Boat will barely squeeze away with a win here. Took them 3 games to get there, as some amazing plays from both teams. Alright, so that'll do it for a very exciting night of Tag Pro. You know it's good when I'm getting loud and excited. But yeah, Good Gravy Boat come away with a tight one against Wizard of Balls to move on to the Pokai 4. They will take on Center of Attention, maybe? Either them or Blockwork Orange. So either trying to make it a back-to-back all-Centra Super Bowl, or they will face effectively their last season's opponent. I know Hark was on that team at least. But yeah, so that'll do it for some good games for these teams tonight. That's all I've got. So thanks to everyone who tuned in, and we will see you probably tomorrow for some minors games. So be sure to tune in for that, and we'll catch you later. Thanks for watching.